Good morning, Minecraft, and welcome to the Wolf Den. Spring season. Okay, guys, I'm back in my workshop, and I'm getting ready for a little bit of an adventure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little bit of armor here. And if you guys haven't noticed, I've gone and updated my texture pack. The reason I did this is because certain objects in the game were not visible because it wasn't up to date. So I had to go out, find some relevant items. Let's make some shoes, like the eggs. Monster eggs and the new trees. Oops, here, put my boots on. And the base texture pack that I'm using is called John Smith, but I stole, or yeah, I have taken items from, who is that? Duco, or no, maybe Ovo. I don't know. I've taken some stuff from a variety of different texture packs. And I'll explain what I'm going in search of. And I'm pretty sure most people have already guessed. I'm going in search of the new biome, because I need some more tree types. This is my supply of wood that I have in my workstation. There's another setup over at the blacksmith shop with a similar collection of wood. There's a chest with pine in it and a chest with a lot of birch, and I don't have to get it, but I would like to go and get some of the new trees out there. Yeah, I should probably make a set of shears. Haha. Let's take the old shears and let's make another one, just in case I want to collect some. Just in case I want to collect some leaves and some vines and stuff. Oops, I keep forgetting about this. I probably need a sword. Yep. Oh, make a sword like this. There we go. Let's put the sword over there. Sticks back. That back. Oh, already had a sword. Well, let's switch it out. Yeah, let's bring the other one along. Okay. What else do I think I'm gonna need? Oh, grab some cooked chicken. There we go. Got melons, bread, chicken. Oh, I'm gonna need some dirt. Always need some dirt. Grab some dirt just in case. And I've got a whole bunch of torches just in case we do some. What is that? I don't remember. Oh, caving. I brought some torches just in case we do some caving. So, which direction should we head to go looking for a jungle? Well, let's head over by the spawn point. Let's head this way. And while I'm walking, I've got a little bit of a story to tell. Something kind of interesting happened to me this weekend. Well, not so much interesting as more terrifying and life-changing. While I was editing the viewer suggestion seeds video that some people had posted in the comments or sent me a PM saying, "Hey, try these seeds," and I took the time to look at the seeds and make a video out of them. So while I was editing that video, my computer froze up on me. And that's not, I mean, it's not a big deal normally. Occasionally my video games will do that. They'll just lock up and freeze. Not really a big deal. Usually I just restart my computer. So that's what I went ahead and did, is I restarted the computer. And so what I was saying is that when I restarted my computer, it wouldn't restart. It would go through its normal loading screens. Since it's a Dell, it would start off with the Dell loading screen, and then it would show the processor loading. I've got an AMD. I don't know what kind of processor it is. I really don't keep track of my stats that much, or my system stats that much. It would show the processor loading, and then it would show the hard drives. Do a memory scan, and everything came up just fine and dandy, except when it got to the Windows loading screen. Now, what I'm looking for is some chunk errors. Well, not really chunk errors, but a border that looks kind of wrong, like a hill that looks like it's cut in half, or an ocean that just kind of appears out of the middle of nowhere. That's what I'm looking for. And this looks like one of the regular hills. Oh, if you guys didn't notice, over here, I should have brought my compass and my map. That's what I forgot to make. Compass and a map. But it's getting late. This over here is about where the spawn is. Right around here. Usually you spawn on top of one of those trees. So what I was saying with my computer is that it would get to the Windows loading screen, and just before it was about to go into the login screen, it would come up with a blue screen error. And it would just freeze up right there, and I couldn't get any farther. I restarted the computer several times. I tried loading into safe mode. I tried loading from the install disk. Tried so many different ways to get past that. I pulled the hard drive out. I put it back in. I checked it many times, and it didn't work. I was afraid that I would completely lose my C drive, my hard drive. So this is one of those sliced off hills right here. So this is 1.1 chunk, and that's a 1.2 chunk. There's some sheep up here. I was thinking, since it's going dark, maybe to make a bed, or just maybe fight monsters through the night. Oh, there's some interesting looking pumpkins. That looks cool. That looks very cool. We're out and exploring some new chunks. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. This looks cool. This looks very cool. Hey, piggies. So I'm going to increase the brightness a little bit, because it is getting dark, and I have noticed that my recording doesn't show up very well in the dark. Oh, wow. Look at these mountains. They're really cool looking. Wow. Can I get down from here? Yeah, kind of stair steps down. Oh, I was hoping that would be a split hole in the cliff, but oh well. Here's a stair step we can use. Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen the John Smith moon yet, but it looks pretty darn cool. Oh, hey zombie. And there's some creeper action over there. Come here, zombie. I wonder if my particles isn't loading correctly. Because usually there's the critical hit particles. Not seeing any. Some skellies over there. Probably should have brought a bow, but I didn't. Ooh, Enderman. Put down a few torches and see if we can get this guy. No eyes. There's some caves with some iron. That's cool. But I think I'm going to head in another direction. I'm not seeing any jungles around. Ooh, there's a creeper. Huh! Pig fell down. You're funny. You're funny. So what did I do next with the computer that was broken and wouldn't reboot? I was afraid that I'd destroyed my hard drive because it crashed right in the middle of editing. So I thought it might have, damaged the hard drive at some point. Where did that creeper go? There he is. Come here, creeper. Can you sneak up on me? Where did he go? Where did he go? There he is. Hey, you creepy guy. Oops. Oh, I did have criticals. Okay. It's just I wasn't gaining them. Some gunpowder. There's another nice cave. So I took my computer into where I work, and we have an IT department that fixes and repairs machines. They generally do it for other businesses. They're not a home repair service. So I had one of our techs, who was actually my boss, look at my computer, and we checked out the hard drive. We pulled it out and took a look at it. And I have two physical drives, both of them 500 gigabytes in size. So I usually have a lot of space for recording and stuff. But I was most concerned with the half-finished video that I had been working on. Put some torches down over here. There's another nice cave. Not sure how far that goes. Need to get up and over this mountain. So he pulled out a tool that he has that allows him to plug a hard drive in through a USB port and use it like an external drive. I believe they're referred to simply as cables to go. So we plugged in the hard drive to see if it would work, and I checked both drives, and we could read the second drive where I usually store my raw video, and we could not read the C drive at all. It's like it didn't even exist. So at that point, I simply said, let's screw it and just clear the drive and reinstall. Come here, you. On it? Not doing very well here. Actually, no, I said, we didn't wipe the C drive. What I did is I went out and I bought another hard drive. I figured if I'm going to lose a hard drive, I might as well buy another one. And if I'm going to buy another one, I'll get a bigger one. Because 2 years ago, those hard drives cost me about $100 each. And that's about how much. Whoa, spiders! Did not even see you guys. Ow, 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 ow. What I was saying is that a 500 gigabyte hard drive costs about as much, or a terabyte hard drive costs as much as a 500 gigabyte hard drive did when I bought the computer. So I said, why not upgrade? You know, get a better. Oh, great! Skelly's following me. Okay, it's getting light, so monsters should be clearing out. So after buying the new hard drive, we plugged it into the computer, and is that? Let's see, yes, there we go! Yay! Jungle trees! Woohoo! Am I healing? Should be healing. Okay, I am healing. I'm gonna leave the pumpkins where they are. Joe! Back to what I was saying. We plugged in the hard drive, we started reinstalling, or started installing Windows, and lo and behold, as soon as we get past, or I don't remember at which point this little annoying thing popped up, but apparently while my boss was looking at my computer, he was in the BIOS settings. He accidentally saved with a password, and he had no idea what the password was. So we sat there for about 5 or 10 minutes trying to figure out what key he could have accidentally pressed that would create a password for the BIOS. Yeah, that was one of the annoyingly frustrating things that happened with it. So we locked ourselves out of the computer. Hey, there's a little village over there. What in the world? This is like the tiniest jungle biome I've ever seen. There's 2 jungle trees, and that is it. Just 2 trees. 2 big trees. Wow. Does it go any farther? No, it doesn't. So we had to pull the battery on the motherboard to reset all the BIOS settings. But that was only one of the oh, I don't need these leaves. Why am I beating up these leaves? This is just a normal tree. I don't need this wood. I want are to collect saplings from the jungle trees, which I went out of my way to make sure that the jungle jungle leaves look different. In the normal John Smith texture pack, the jungle trees look exactly the same. For the jungle tree leaves, they're just a little darker, I think. Cool. There's some saplings. Getting some leaves. Let's go ahead and try. There's another one of those spinning pigs. What is up with you guys? Oink. Yeah, that's all you have to say, oink. I don't know if I like the new tree texture in this pack, especially when it's got vines on it as well. It just doesn't look right. Okay, now we're up on top of the tree, and I think I can finish my story. So, I also went out and purchased a copy of Windows 7 Professional to install on my computer, because when I bought it, I only had the choices of Vista 64 or XP32, and yes, it is a 64-bit machine. The processor is a 64-bit processor, but I said, screw Vista. I'm so not putting Vista on my computer. So I went with the 32-bit XP. So I went and picked up Windows 7, which, let me tell you right now, is running so much smoother. Because it can actually access all the memory I have. I had 4 gig on the machine, but because it was a 32 OS, I could only see 3 of them. But they're 2 gig sticks, so I didn't mind losing one of the gigabytes of RAM. So now I can use all of them, and I can use the full processor. So that's all wonderful, doing quite well. But once again, we ran into another dope problem. Idiot, dumb, whoever, you know, it's just, we ran into so many dumb mistakes while we were working on my computer. So I thought I'd tell you guys about it, because it's just like, So we're installing 7, and it can't find any of the hard drives. Apparently, Windows 7 doesn't recognize the RAID controller that's on my hard drive. Apparently Windows 7 doesn't recognize the RAID controller that's on my motherboard. Which is why we were having to get into the BIOS settings in the first place. So we could get in there and we could turn off the RAID controller. Don't know why it was turned on in the first place. I would rather have more physical space than redundant space at the moment, since I'm recording video and it happens to be fairly large files. And it looks like that's another sunset. Okay, well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip ahead and meet you guys back in my town. I'm going to leave this here for now. I don't think I'm going to replant, because I may want to set up a rail system and collect some villagers and get them back into my city. That might be something to do in the next episode or so. So I'm going to skip ahead probably record all of it anyways, and if anything interesting happens, I'll let you guys know. Shoot. I should have seriously made a map. Next time I go exploring, you guys, remind me to make a map. Okay, I am back. Back in the town. So, where I want to take these saplings, I think that's these, should be. So where I want to take these saplings is over here next to the blacksmith shop, which is down the main road, past the library, across the Dragon Bridge, the Craftsman's District, and this is the blacksmith shop. And basically what I did is I took the concept that the blacksmith had in the village and really expanded it. So here's the forge, the giant pool of lava. We got some workbenches, got some chests with some yeah, that stuff. Got some good stuff in it. And then we've got all of these furnaces, which I pretty much will never use. My 40 furnaces that I have back in the workshop are good enough. And then because the villager blacksmith had a little tiny house, I kind of expanded that idea and built this blacksmith a little bit bigger of a house. It's 2.5 stories, 2 stories with an attic. And let me get in here. I've got all kinds of stuff in here. I've got another diamond axe. So what I'm going to be doing with the rest of today is probably put in a, what is that? Carpenter, and next to it I'm going to put in an interesting concept I have for a tree farm. I don't have any place to store this wood yet, but once I get the tree farm figured out, I will. So I think I'm going to stop it here and I'm going to show you guys my current tree farm. This thing is huge. So I'm going to cut down all of these trees, and then I'm going to put in another house probably right here, and it's going to be my lumberyard carpenter's house. And I'll get back to you guys in a few minutes, so don't go anywhere. Okay, here it is. Craftsman District again. Here is what I put together for a carpenter's shack. Carpenter's shack. Oh, I didn't put a date on it. Alright. Let me redo that. Today is the 22nd, so 3, 22, 2012. Alright. I use dashes in these others? Yeah, or slashes. Oh, whatever. It's still readable. Carpenter's Shack, 3/22/12. And this is my super tree farm. And here's how it works. Plant one of these, and 3 of those, and then you bone meal it, and boom, it grows a big tree. Although that wasn't a very big tree. Apparently it destroys your ladders. Okay, I did not know that. Okay, let's try that again. Use those. Okay, there, we got a nice big tree that time. And I'm thinking I may need to put the ladder on the outside so that it's not destroying my ladder every time. That is kind of annoying. And then what I like to do for these trees is stand right in the middle, as close to the middle as I can get, and then just chop away. Now, last time I didn't get all the logs that were up here, so I still had some leaves floating in the air. And just turn around and around and around to get all the logs. Okay, well, that's that. Seems to work out fairly well. Need to figure out a better way to get up the tree. I wanted to avoid climbing the vines and just have a single straight pillar to get up there. But it seems that the growing tree actually destroys your ladders, and sometimes it even destroys the parts of the pillar. So I might want to move it back or something. But it works fairly well. I get a lot of wood out of it. So I will continue to keep working on it. And this is One Wolf saying have a good night.